this. Let's not call it criticism. Let's call it skepticism. Nobody's criticizing Brock Purdy. It's tough to criticize a guy who's played so well.
Well, Priest.
But don't.
That's my guy.
Don't. By the way, the last 2 times you flipped your lid, it's been after
Because he took
Priest
a dig.
called.
I thought, go ahead, finish your list.
I blew it yesterday.
No, that was me.
I tried to mollify, and it didn't
Now, he
work.
took a dig at me that you didn't even know, and it got me.
Oh, tell me.
I'll tell you later at the cafeteria.
Okay.
But he knows how to do it, and it was subtle, but it stuck me.
Priest, call in and make amends
He's the
from
man.
yesterday.
He's a legend.
And then
Go
I
ahead.
made the mistake of saying, well, I think what Priest was trying to say.
No, that didn't get me.
Yeah, I wish I would have not said that, though. I wish I would have just let it out there.
That you were going Willard when you do that.
Willard stuck it in me. Okay.
Well, Willard will tell you what you're trying to say.
So, Brock Purdy. He's got some things working against him in terms of his reputation. And I think it's a combination of a lot of things. One is, I don't think he can ignore his draft position.
All right.
So he's picked in the 7th round. So that's going to lead some people
last
to
pick,
question.
Steiny. Okay.
All right. He has come onto a team that objectively is among the most loaded in the NFL. Like, they have one of the best offenses outside the quarterback position. And he's playing for a coach who is considered widely as the best play caller in the NFL. So, to me, this is nothing against Brock Purdy.
I follow.
Those are three areas where it's almost in a natural way you're gonna talk about it. Well, he's a late pick. 49ers are loaded. Kyle Shanahan's a genius. All those things can be true. Doesn't mean Brock Purdy's not any good. So I don't think there's anything wrong with acknowledging that. But Purdy, for whatever reason, is the guy who's been able to put it all together.
You said no lies. My thing is, who's in the cleats? Who's in the number 13 jersey? Everything you stated are facts. But when he goes out there and he performs, he's hitting on all the high notes, like if he were an opera singer. So that's why I went off yesterday, not at Priest or you, Steiny. It was just, I don't have no skin in the game. At some point, we got to say this kid is bringing something to the table.
Definitely.
And I'm patting myself on the back, I thought it was just phenomenal what came out of my mouth yesterday when I said, I think people are starting to get mad at Brock Purdy because he's making it look so easy. Now, I do understand he's got a coach. He's got a tight end, 2 unique receivers, a running back that may get MVP, but he is mastering his part of it.
Absolutely.
But I think it's rubbing some people the wrong way.
I think
So
somebody's saying the reason a lot of people are disrespected, plain and simple, jealousy and envy. Who's jealous of Brock Purdy or envious of him?
Okay,
what are they
we're having a
envious
grown
of?
man
They're
conversation.
envious of his situation.
And you might have just solved it. So when Priest called, and he's not the only one, and said, hey, 90% of, why would we even look past, I'm just asking you, the situation he's in? Because when you do that math, let's just say it was 70. Purdy's not going to win that because you're saying the fundamentals of what you're saying is I'm trying to take something away from the situation he's in.
Yeah, I don't look at it that way. And that's, I think, at the crux of it. I don't think it's so if you're telling me that Brock Purdy's got the best weapons and the best coach.
Jimmy Garoppolo had him, and so did Trey Lance.
Right.
And they couldn't figure it out.
Well, that's not fair. It's not fair to Garoppolo to say he couldn't figure it out. I mean, this is where, say what you want. Garoppolo has gotten further than Purdy, and I know Purdy's only played 1 year. And I think Purdy's obviously got a chance to go farther than Garoppolo, and I think he's better than Garoppolo. But I don't think it's crazy to me, we do this all the time. what would somebody look like in another situation? If, Kevin Durant, when he was the man in Oklahoma City, then he comes to the Warriors. Well, how's he going to fit in? What's he going to do? And the one thing, I think it's not taken away from Brock Purdy to say, he is lucky he didn't get drafted by a bad team with a worse coach.
That's real.
Like, they got the best weapons in the league and one of the most innovative play callers. So he's got that going
for him. The penthouse, no doubt.
Okay.
But if I ask you right now, do you think Brock can read a defense at the line?
Sure.
I think you would, so far, Steiny, I think he's calculus.
Sure. He's done, I noticed when Merton Hanks was doing the interview, and he said something like, Brock can execute the vision of Kyle Shanahan.
Man.
And somebody said, see, that's all he's doing is executing the system. And I'm like, see, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that from Brock Purdy. I heard that Brock Purdy, out of Merton Hanks' mouth, is the quarterback that most utilizes Shanahan's system to Shanahan's way, and it's brought the most success. So I don't, I understand both sides, and I don't think it's a rip job on either side.
Well,
what if I told
I hear you, but what if I told you, and I got to be careful here, Merton Hanks is also saying his IQ is high enough for him to take that vision from the head coach and execute it.
Yeah, he is. He's proven that.
So far.
Even if he throws 2 interceptions, I think he's still proven it. We're not going to see a 180.
Let's imagine if we were in Texas or Green Bay and Brock Purdy's name was Tony the Tiger. I believe we're so far down the road with footage and 2 playoff games, one being against one of the best defenses in the league. Steiny, I would be shocked and give you my socks if Brock Purdy regressed to the means of where, they're looking for their new quarterback.
He's not going to do a 180.
Yeah, I think some people are out there thinking.
There's no chance he does a 180.
Then they got their franchise quarterback in the 7th round.
That's
an above-average franchise quarterback.
It's what it looks like so far.